Okay. I'm just going to start off. Hi, everyone. I'm just going to start off with tweeting out the link. Because if I remember correctly, YouTube doesn't do that anymore. Also, there is a train going by. I'm so sorry. Alright. Oh my gosh. Lucy is going absolutely crazy right now. Also, for everyone, I'm looking over there. The chat is right there. And you guys are there. So, there and there. So that's going to be why. Let me just tilt you up a little bit. Hi. I hope everyone's going really well today. I am just going to... Oh my gosh, there's a bloody thing. Oh wait, no. I have my mouse over here. Oh. Don't mind me. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this, actually. I don't want that. No. I thought there was something on, oh, here we go. Here we go. I thought there was something on OBS. I finally remembered it. That was the bloody I can't think of words. I really can't think of words. I was gonna say it's there's a window for stats. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me just... I want to go into my videos. That's what I want. Because I want to bring up the stream. Live. View live control room. That's what I want. I don't want to watch the video. This is cool. Okay, so I like how YouTube have changed this because I haven't done one. I don't think I've done a stream on YouTube in years. So this is really good, actually. I like this. Okay, so awesome. Nothing is wrong. I think the concurrent viewers is me. I think that's what that is. But anyway, I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy this. I know I will, just saying. Yeah, this is going to be, I think this is going to be really, really fun. So just let me know if anything starts to go wrong. Any craziness. You will see here. Also, hi, don't know if I said it before, I'm Chelsea. Usually, as the channel suggests, I play a lot of video games, but I'm taking a break from that. I need to sort of, you know, put my ducks in a row, get my life sorted. So I've actually been doing candle making to relax. And it's been really, really fun. I'll get a few pieces I've already done. So this one here, and yes, I am far away from my camera, so I do apologize for that. But this one here is a musk scent. So we have in Australia musk sticks. Don't know if they're anywhere else. This one here, this one's really cool. It's, I don't know if you can see it, but it is 3 different colors and 3 different scents. So the top one is Dragon's Blood, because I had that remaining. The middle one, I believe, is a like a breathe easy kind of thing, and I can't remember what the bottom one is. Oh, Sex on the Beach, that's what it is. It was Sex on the Beach because I found the name funny. But it smells surprisingly great. So that's what that is. I've done a few for my mum. I'm currently working on one for my grandmother, which is really fun. I find this just really relaxing, and I have, as you can see here, I've got obviously my microphone is right there. This is my little heating device. So as you can see, it's got the temperature on there. I actually can't read what it is currently. 122. Okay. So that's what it is at the moment. And this is just, it's literally just, try not to burn myself. But it's just this little bucket here that heats up. So just gotta be careful not to burn myself. So I'm just gonna pop the lid back on there so the heat sort of stays in. It doesn't really move. I have a cutting mat here, sort of behind, which I might move this here. It's sort of behind the pot, and you know, I want the pot to be front and center so you can see it. And I've got a couple of jars here, so they're the exact same as those ones. They're called honey pot jars, which is very cute. I find that very adorable. And then I have a whole bunch of scents here. Now, all but one of these is from the Aussie candle supplies store. And you're going to know which pretty much immediately. Which one is not, because it's got a different cap and different label. So I'll go through each of these. So this one here is very vanilla. Obviously, it is very vanilla. This one is an unopened version of Sex on the Beach. So it's very it's very sweet, like fruity type of thing. Some notes of floral stuff. This one is obviously the different one. This is supposed to go in diffusers. I've got a mist diffuser there. I'm not going to use it for that. The only thing is this one, so all these are, how should I put this? They don't have droppers on them. This one does. So it's got that little cap on there. This one's meant to help you sleep. So I might do a couple of different iterations. We'll see. This one, again, is that musk stick smell. So I got a couple of these. This is the unopened one, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay, that's the full bottle. This one here is my mum's favourite, and I don't think I can get it anymore, which is too bad. It's a dupe of Coco Mademoiselle. So if you guys know, like, the really nice perfume, that's like Coco Chanel and all that, this is Coco Mademoiselle. I got that perfume for her years ago, and actually when I was a child. So this is another musk stick one. So I'm just going to pop that right there. This one is French Lavender, and I ruined the label when I first did it. Because I remember the first candle I actually did with this, so the ironic thing is I don't have a sense of smell right now. And it's just another, it's the opened Sex on the Beach, so that can just go there. This one is one of my favorites, and it's called Dragon's Blood. It's a wonderful smell. If you guys have ever smelt Dragon's Blood in incense form, it's gorgeous. And then this one here, I'm actually going to put this to the side because this is for my nan. This is Black Rose and Bourbon. It's such a good scent. Like I said, I wish I had a scent to smell right now. So those are all the scents. You're probably wondering why I have a chopping board here. And that is because I actually used that and a veggie peeler, that's this here, to actually slice up these. These, if you can see them, they're literally just blocks of colour. So this one is red. I've got blue shade of lavender, which is this nice like blue purple kind of color. Honey, which is what the bottom of that one was. You probably couldn't see it properly. And then I've got sunflower yellow. I haven't used much of this, but I will. I'll actually probably use that tonight. I've also got this cute little spoon. Came from a little heater element. Look at that. It's so tiny. It's so cute. And then there are these cute little things, and I've actually used a couple of them to stick this down. I don't know if you can see them properly, but they are little stick pads, and they're called stickums. And so you literally just pop the bottom of your wicks onto one of those, and they're double-sided. So you stick one onto the bottom of the wick. So you'd put a tab just on the bottom of that little metal piece there, and then the other side, when you're ready, you'd stick it down onto there. So that, I know I forgot the important thing. My wax. So this is, I don't know if you guys can see it properly, but it is a soy wax. So it has a really like low sort of melting point. This is kind of finicky sort of to work with. I'm going to branch out to other kinds of waxes just to see. So I've used beeswax before, like that was really fun to use. This stuff, and then there's a whole bunch of different other stuff that I want to try out. Just be aware that you can't heat or wax at the same temperature. So for this one, it's like 85 degrees, which is what I have that on. So it should be cooling down quite soon. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Actually, I just want to see, because I can't actually see it. So it is very slowly. So that will cool down. It's really, really helpful for stuff like this. I really enjoy it. So I find it very easy to use. Some people might not. Just depends on your taste. You've got to try different things out. Because that's the fun of it. So just get cute. I have not dropped any frames. That is bloody amazing. Hey. Good on me. I'm actually really happy about that. Okay. The other thing I have here, this cool little gadget with a metal pole sticking out of it, is a mold. And this is really cool. I posted a picture on Twitter the other night. I made a red version of these with my Lovely Dragon's Blood fragrance, and this one's like a sphere, and it's got little sort of triangles, like little diamonds in there. So I may actually start with this one, because this takes a long time, because obviously you are not it's not in glass, so it's a thicker surface than what a glass bowl is, and it takes a lot longer to dry. So I actually might start with this one. I just want to do another mold candle again anyway, so this was a really good start. The reason why I have this sticking out of it this way is because I thought, like, I have to have this sticking out, and how I was having it was I was having it the other way up, and this metal plate, I would have to hold it. So that wasn't feasible. I've just literally poked a hole right through this mold. So I'm going to see if this is going to work. If it doesn't, I can get a new one. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But this little metal pole is used for, I have an itchy nose, I'm so sorry, is actually used for these kind of molds. And then, you know, when you get the pillow candles, like the stick candles, that's also what those are used for. So that's what this is for. This is actually to feed your wick up through when you make the candle. Otherwise, then you have to like put a hole in there, and there's no use, because you're probably going to crack the mold that you've just done. So I think we should get started. Now, what I might actually do, I don't usually do this. My mum had the suggestion of doing this, was I'm going to fill up. See, the problem with this wax is that it will get, I don't know if you can see it, but it's going to get all over my hands. I mean, it's wax, it has a low melting point, so even like something with like hand heat can sort of make it stick to itself and to other things, if that makes sense. So it is a very tricky medium to work with, but very worth it if you can. I might not fill this one up all the way to the top, because obviously it evens out once it melts. Do a little bit more. Just do a little bit more. So obviously I want to make sure it's got plenty in there. Oh, it's all over my hands. Ah. All right, that looks pretty good. And now I have wax all over my hands. All right. Oh, it's under my nails. I didn't cut my fingernails off. I folded them so they came off. But they're finally starting to regrow again. So they're going to be painted very, very soon. Also, the good thing about this bag is that it's got a little hole. So when you let the air out, you can just fold it right back up. It's very convenient. All right. I am actually going to take this out, and then I will dump all of this in. There we go. That sounds so weird. It's so weird because it's silicone. Oh my gosh. So they have like a whole bunch of molds, and I've always like really want to do like skull ones and all of that. Obviously to, you know, cater to a variety of people. I really like, this would be really cool to like sell this kind of stuff. I think that'd be really awesome. Not there yet, obviously, but it's been really fun just to do this after work. So I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and I might actually use the sunflower one because I haven't used much of this and I really, really want to. So all I do, obviously it's kept in the bag, duh, because it needs to be. As you can see, it's sort of like this orangey kind of color. It does come up very, very pigmented though, so you really don't need a lot of this, and this is why this is important, because I can just shave off what I want out of this. And you don't, like I said, you don't really need too much. Beep beep. So I think that means it's up to 85. Yeah, it is. I forgot that it beeps when it makes a sound, which is really wicked. So I'm gonna let those melt. So I don't usually have the patience to let the unit actually heat up before I do this. So this is a really good way. I'm usually a very patient person, but in regards to this, I've really not been, and I don't think that's the best. I'm going to start, so I think that's actually probably too much, but you know, I'll get a really nice bright yellow out of it. I think it'll be quite nice actually. So that is, you guys can't see it, I'll lift it up so you can all see it. I'll pop it into, there's a little bit of like red in there, so it might turn into like an, because the red's very pigmented, so it might turn into like an orangey yellow kind of color. So I don't know if you all can see that there, but that's heaps. Like I said, that's probably, if anything, a little bit too much. All I do, if you are wondering, all I do to actually clean like this little bucket here and the spoon, because it's this really nice soy wax, all you have to do is just heat up water, so just hot water from the tap, and just clean off with a sponge. So it's honestly hot running water and a sponge. It's the easiest way. Don't need to use soap or anything like that. It makes it very, very simple. I think, I am going to make one of my mum's favorites, which I don't have a lot of the stuff left, and unfortunately the website sold out, so I am going to have to get another like dupey fragrance that she'll really like, or one that I'll really like. I don't know, we'll see. My mum loves candles though, so, because I've already made a mold with the dragon's blood, so that's what I've done there. I will be ducking off quickly to go and obviously rinse this out, because I do want to do at least one of these jars. I might actually do what I did just then and fill up one of these with that wax, just while we're waiting for this, because this is obviously like, that's all still melting. But you'll see, once you get started with this, it's a very quick process. It is just the initial heating up and then adjusting the temperatures to when you have to pour, when you need to add the fragrance in, because there's certain temperatures that you need to add stuff in. It's spilling out everywhere. Oh gosh. Because a lot of the multi-tiered ones that I've been doing have actually just been like, oh, I'll just put in this amount and see. So I wonder if this method that my mum came up with is actually going to work, because this is going to be a lot easier if that is the case. Also, this is just one bag I have. I actually got 2 bags with my order when I got the starter kit, and I have not opened the second one. So, shows that a little can go a fair way. It can actually go a decent way. So, and I've been making a lot of candles. I have actually. I've made a lot of these. It's been a lot of fun. It's getting me off of the screens, because I obviously work a full-time job, and that's on computers. So the more off of the screens I can get, the better, really, because then I'm not ruining my eyes with the pixels on any screen. Alright, that's not. I have wax on my forearm now. Ow, and it's under my fingernails. Oh, God. Oh, it's all gross. It's all really gross. It's fun, but it's very gross. But that's the fun thing about arts and crafts. They're supposed to be messy. They're meant to be fun and messy and just having a good time. I will say though, but that just went everywhere. Just went absolutely everywhere. I will say one thing about these jars I'm not particularly keen on is that the flame is more likely to actually die out because of the shape of it. So the heat gets trapped in there, and it doesn't allow the smoke to really go anywhere. So it sort of deprives itself on oxygen, which I know sounds very, very weird, but you have to be careful with some jars, because some of them do that. They can just deprive themselves of oxygen and go out. And if a flame doesn't have oxygen, then it's, it can't be. It just turns into, heat and vapor, and not heat as in flame. So, my basic science knowledge at work there. Actually, my science knowledge isn't really basic. I actually do. I like looking at sciencey kind of stuff, so that's why I've gotten into Doctor Who recently. Alright, so that one is basically to where I want it to be, which is really good. So I'm going to put that one to the side here. Let's just close this back up, because I don't want to risk spilling anything. So these little boxes have instructions on the top as well. They have them in the box. So I actually can't see what that said. I think it's like 64 it said. Oh, 65. So to be able to pour, this needs to be at around about the 65 degree mark. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add, this is all I do for these, And this is why it's so much easier to have it on a surface. Before anybody asks, no, I did not use these chopping boards for anything else. I got these when I moved in, and because I don't cook, I didn't use them. I used them maybe once, but I've got actual cutting boards now. So I've got the proper stuff. So I'm not using these. That's why I'm using them for this, because they're not going to get used otherwise. And I don't want to waste money on something that we got when I moved out and never used. So I'm going to let that sit. I've just stirred it just a little bit to see, but I know this is stained. Like I said, the red is a very prominent color, so that's why it's stained red. I did clean it out before I did this. Done that a couple of times. So it's turning into a very nice, like, light, I don't want to say the word, but it's a nice, like, sunny kind of yellow. I do really like this, actually. It's very, very cute. So hopefully that will be enough to actually fill that mold. At least, I want to go at least halfway. Hopefully it will. It should be fine. I don't see how there would be an issue with it. Also, if you get this wax, the good thing is that it solidifies on the metal surface that you use in the stove quite fast. So usually we'll create a film. And very quickly just pop your finger over this. And then I will say though, the only downside to this wax is that it does end up quite, I guess oily is the right word. So as that is something that will impact you, then probably steer clear of this in particular. I'm just going to grab a tissue because this is, like I said, oily on my hand. I'm going to bring the tissues here. Because I'm doing multiple ones, I may not actually go over to the sink to wash everything. I might just use tissues because that's going to be a lot more simple, and this is going to be remaining hot the whole time anyway. So we don't overly need to worry about that too much. Don't know why I clean that off. I've got to stir in this anyway. So I'm just going to add the rest of this bottle in. Because there wasn't much in there. So it will be a slightly duller scent, which I'm not too happy about, but there's only so much I can do. So in saying that though, still smells incredible. Even with my slightly blocked up nose. And no, it's not COVID. COVID's avoiding me at this point. So no, definitely not COVID, but I think my mum's gonna really like this one. I've been giving her all of my experiments or prototypes kind of things, so that's been what she's been getting. She's been getting candles like every few days because I'm just being like, I'm gonna give you this one, which I think she really appreciates either way. So, you know, works out. But that's going to do its thing. I'm just going to have a look at the temperature. Why did I put stickums on there? I don't know. 70. Sweet. It's at 70. So that's good. And it should give me a beep when it's ready to be poured in. Should be very good. So this has basically been it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been, because I haven't been able to do my diamond dots in so long, because my mum moved in with me for 2.5 months. I think I did the diamond dots video, or I did my videos on the quarry. I think it was the week before she moved in, so that's why I've been sort of off of making YouTube videos is because she's been living with me. So she moved out maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, right about that. No, it was good to have her, but you know, good to get my space as well. So I'm still forming that. Liquid kind of texture. I'm just gonna shake this off. I was gonna get my I got a new cordless lapel mic and it didn't feel like working, so I'll sort that all out and then I'll get it all going. But yeah, that's gonna be really good if I continue to do VR live streams especially. So I'm looking forward to it. It's getting back into it. My capture card has decided to be meh on me, so I need to sort that out. Not the worst thing that could happen though, so it is what it is. Can't do anything else about it, so it's gonna be weird because I've got this in my common area. Alrighty. So this is basically there. It says 64 on there. I don't have the thermometer that I used to. It's somewhere. I don't know where it went. It went somewhere. Went walkabout and I haven't seen it since. I haven't seen the little pouring container I've got since then either. But what I'm going to do, I neglected to mention, I've got gloves. So this is really important when you're handling something like this, like a heating unit like this. Please wear gloves. At the very least, wear ones like this that go up to your wrist. Don't be stupid. Because you don't want to hurt yourself. I've burnt myself enough times to realise that, hey, it's not worth it. And that's just from me cooking. I mean, I'm a terrible cook. So, moment of truth. I'm going to put this, let's move these out of the way. Pop it right here so you guys can see it. I'm sorry, I can't do a zoom in on the pouring action. And here we go. And I just spilled some on the table. Of course I did. Okay, there is still like heaps of room left in this thing. Which is a bit unfortunate. I thought there would have been, thought it would have filled that up. But that is why I test these things. I think it'll be a bit better with the actual jar rather than this. It's not. No, it's staying in there. I was a bit worried, like, oh, is it actually like leaking out from the side? No, it's fine. Okay. Do a quick wipe on the edge. This is the really weird thing about this, and I don't know, it's probably just my pouring technique, but I always get it underneath the lip of this thing. And I don't know why. I just do. Actually, I know why. It's because I don't know how to pour. So again, like I said, be very, very careful when you're doing this. I'm being stupid right now and not wearing my gloves. Look at that. It's just like a really weird yellow kind of color. I'm not going to say what it looks like. You guys can figure that out. Sound off in the comments what you think it looks like. Okay, so that's cooled down a bit. The good thing about this, it doesn't take long to cool down, which is really, really good. Makes it a lot easier. So, also the reason why I don't use tissues every time is because I might do this for my multi-tiered candles, but it's because it's wasting a lot less of these if I just run it under hot water and with a sponge. So that's not practical in this instance, so I don't need to do it. Alrighty. And then there's a button just on here. So we press that. Goes up to 85, which is really, really cool. I love this. It's such a good little invention. I purposely waited until I actually got this because it took a month to come. I got it off of Amazon. It took a month to get here. So what I might do, just have to think. This one might be I might actually put a little bit more in there, because worst comes to worst, fills up a little bit more than I thought. But if I've learned from that experience, and that's what I was sort of thinking, it's going to sort of like sink down a little bit. So I'll pop in another. I know that's right up to the top, but there's also a lot of space that's filling that up, and because these are solid and not a liquid, it's going to go down again. So that is my reasoning for this. Does it sound like bullshit? Because it kind of is. I had to get one swear in here. Come on. This is me we're talking about. Alright. So, I will actually wait for that for a little bit to do its thing. So, also, I'm very sorry if I said anything out of turn when I tweeted about this stream. I actually said I'm streaming on YouTube because Twitch is shit. It's not the best. It's really not. I don't like what they're doing with the revenue split. Not that I make money off of YouTube or Twitch anyway, but it's not right what they're doing. So you're going to be taking money away from streamers who are giving you money as like a 50-50 split. And I know with YouTube it's a little bit different, but I think like Twitch is doing 50-50 across the board, where it used to be like, what was it, 70-30, I think? So 70 to the creator, 30 to Twitch. And then I think for YouTube it's something like 50-50, but I think that might be like maybe just ad-based revenue, and then other stuff sort of goes like higher or lower. I think it depends on what you're using it for. So it's interesting. I'm kind of happy that I hadn't been. Actually, it's good just to take a step back away from Twitch in general, but you know, happy I'm not a creator that, you know, that needs this to survive. I do it as a hobby. I'm sure that those who make money do it as a hobby as well, but it's a little bit, I'd say it's probably a little bit harder to enjoy when it's your job. if that makes any sense. I'm just going to pop this in as well. I'm doing, this is what I was afraid of. It's all going to stick. That it's all, like, I think this would kind of like suck the fun out of what I want to do if I made it like my full-time job. I don't want to. I like to be busy, and I feel like if I was a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, whatever have you, content creator full-time, I do think it would be kind of hard, because I like to be as busy as I can, and I'm, you know, we all have our gripes about work and all that, but it keeps me busy. It does. It keeps me focused. It keeps me sane. We started going back into the office again, so I'm getting out of the house, which, you know, it's a good thing. It is. It's a really, really good thing. Okay, I've got one problem with this, and it makes the glass go cloudy. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out what that measurement is with these, because it's going to make the glass go cloudy if I have to pour in that amount every single time. So, note to self, start making up a table of how much... Oh god, it's all cloudy. Ew. I am trying to clean it down as much as I can though, because the stickum does not stick well if it's not a clean surface. So Also, what's the bet that I am not going to be able to get this totally straight? Just like me. No, but what's the bet that the stickum is going to be like a few centimeters, oh, not a few centimeters, a few millimeters away from the middle? Like, I'm so sorry if anyone struggles with OCD and sees this. Like, I'm so sorry. It's not going to be perfect. I want it to be, but it's not going to be. And you can't keep like pulling it up, putting it down, pull it up, putting it down, because it doesn't stick properly if you do that. So also, I didn't mention what this thing was. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a little wick holder. So essentially what it does is you pop the wick through one of the big holes. It's a big hole. And then because these are flatter wicks, you just slide it into the little... Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. You slide into that little stick bit there. So that's what that is. It's really good once I learned how to use these. What I'm going to do with this one though, I'm going to do it a bit differently. This whole video live stream is basically about me doing things differently. Is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the wick in the jar like you're supposed to. I'm going to stick it down like you meant to. But I'm not going to put this on until after I pour everything. I think that's been my mistake and why I've had a lot of edges rise, is because I'm just like, oh, I've got this thing on and I don't want to hit it. And I also don't want to hit the wick directly. So, because you're not supposed to pour directly onto the wick for obvious reasons. So I'm going to avoid putting this on until I've poured the wax. And then what I'm going to do is put this on afterwards so I can actually center this on the jar. That I think is going to be the simplest way to do this. Now, what scent do I want? That is the question. I could go purely just with, just having another. I might go with my Sex on the Beach ones, just because I really like this scent. This is arguably one of my favourite scents. I've actually got a couple more that are coming. I ordered them the other day, or yesterday. I ordered it someday, I don't know when. All I know is that I had Wednesday and Thursday off, and now it's Saturday night, so I've essentially had 2 weekends this week. Because we had the Queen's morning, the day of mourning as a public holiday on Thursday, and I'd actually booked Wednesday off already, so I got a mini weekend. So it's been interesting to say the least. So I have just put the little tab onto my wick here, and all you need to do, get whatever it is out of the jar. Oh, it's on the bottom of the jar. It's not actually in the jar, it's on the bottom of the jar. All you need to do is just pop the wick. That is not in the center. The good thing about these, oh god, that is really stuck on there. Okay, that is gonna be a very off center wick. Oh god, I can never get this bit right. I can never stay stuck on that. But this one, stay in the middle. This one, however, the stickum stuck really well, actually. I'm very happy about that. That was an immediate stick. One of the other ones I had the other day was a real dud, so didn't want to stick to anything. So this is the complete opposite. I'm very happy I had that. Good issue to have, I will say. So let's have a look. So this isn't fully melted yet. That's okay. Just going to give it... Sometimes I find if it's not melting properly, I just give it a bit of a stir because it does tend to clump up a little bit. So all you need to do is give it that little bit of a stir. And if there's any clumps on your... whenever you're using the stir, it should get rid of those if you actually do, stir it, obviously. Let's pop this on because there's still a couple of little clumps on there. hope you're enjoying this video. This is nice. It's a bit, obviously it's different to what I would usually do. But it's nice. Also, hydration check, because I've not been drinking enough water. So that's my excuse. What colour am I going to do this one? Because I did yellow with that one. What am I doing? Second on the beach. I might do more of the sunflower yellow. I'll do a fair bit of it. But I'll actually do some red as well to make it like a really nice, like, orange kind of colour. Oh, actually, I might do my honey colour. That might be really, really nice. It's kind of that, because as you can see, this is very, very yellow. So I went to actually do this the other day, and I actually went to use the yellow. I thought, why is this showing up all weird? And I realized, oh, I picked up the honey one by accident. So I had to use, I think I ended up using red and just made it like a slightly muted kind of color. So it ended up being like kind of orangey that was going on. Also, with my next batch that I've ordered, I got a few different colors, but I got dyes. So I've got liquid dyes instead of these dye blocks. So that is going to be fascinating too. I don't know how they're going to work. That's going to be a little bit of trial and error on my part, as if this whole machination isn't trial and error on my part. It'll be interesting though. I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully the stream still looks like it's going well. So that's good. That's what we want. I definitely find this is the much easier way. Also, these shavings look suspiciously like chocolate. And it is so tempting to want to eat them. I do have to say, the temptation is there. And my voice just cracked a little bit. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so we're just putting in a little bit of that. I don't need a whole lot there. Don't need to go too overboard with the colours, because like I said, sort of just experiment and see what's going to work in this instance. I don't know, maybe this will turn out to be a really nice colour. Because you can make, like, I've made like an orangey colour before. You know, I'm getting blues and greens and pinks and purples with the next batch, so you never know, maybe it'll end up being a whole lot of colours that come out of this. Never know. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Let's have a look. Alright, good with there. So, and this is just literally a waxy substance. So, since I need to stir this anyway, just gonna rub that on my dress. That's a smart thing to do, Chels. Rub it on your dress. What color this is gonna turn out to be? Oh, do you know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like really fine orange peels. That's what that initially looked like to me. That was so weird. I like just like in autumn when you get crumpled up leaves, like orange and purplish kind of leaves. That was really nice. So it's basically yellow. Okay, so it's like a yellowy orange kind of color. I will definitely be posting a photo of the mold in here when it's done. Just because I don't think the finished product is going to be done. They take a long time because obviously you're cooling down silicone as opposed to glass, which yes, glass is more fragile, but at the same time it's also a thinner surface than what the silicone mold is. So I'm just going to pop in the rest of this Sex on the Beach. It still makes me laugh. Smells really good though. So that's that. That's those two bottles done, which is amazing. So I'm just going to stir. I'm actually going to change that temperature now. That magical 65. Let me actually just get rid of these bottles too. Also, Lucy's here. She's sitting on my chair. Do you want to say hi to everyone, Lucy? Do you want to say hello? You don't want to meow for the people? Okay, she doesn't want to meow. That's fine. That's fine, Bubba. You do you. You do you. Mummy's not going to make you. She's just chilling out on the chair. She's having a great time right now. She was being all nutso like right before the stream, and then she started settling down. Because I think she knew Mummy had something important to do. This kind of reminds me of like a bourbon kind of drink. Don't drink this, by the way. But it's kind of the color, like the yellowish, orangey kind of color that's giving off. That's what it's sort of reminiscent of what a stage production version of alcohol would look like, or like a on-set production. Because you can't have actual alcohol on sets because it's a work health safety hazard, which makes sense. It does. So it is what it is. Can't do anything to change it. Just having a look. Oh my goodness, it's been an hour. Has it really been an hour? It has. That's shocking. I didn't think I'd been doing this for an hour. There we go. Here was me thinking like, oh, I'm just going to be streaming for like 30 minutes or so. Oh, it's going to be an hour. Gonna have fun for an hour. So I just realised I'm going to move this table back over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of bags over there. I'm going to move it. So I don't mind if you guys see it. It's just stuff that Mum couldn't take with her. So I offered to keep it. Till she can get the room. So oh, she's passed out on that chair. Passed out on my office chair, are you, Papa? Yeah. She's asleep. She's so tired. Oh, poor Luce. She went absolutely wild before the stream, and then she settled down once she realised I was talking. Which is the opposite of what she does when I'm in a work meeting, because we have them daily, and she'll go absolutely insane while they're on. Don't you, sweetie? You go absolutely insane when Mummy's got a work meeting, don't ya? Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have... No, you can't. Lift the lid, maybe you can. I have a little ottoman now, and it opens up. It's very cool. I've got all my candle making supplies in there. So it works out really, really well. That way I don't have to, have it over there or in my cupboard or something like that. It actually works out great. Also, yes, I don't use the lid all that much for the heating element. I just mainly use it when I'm heating the pot to the right temperature because it keeps the heat in. But because I actually want to cool this down, it works a little better to have this off because that way it's exposed to open air. It's not going to beep on me. So, there we go. Alrighty. Just make sure it's all nice and stuck down. And the good thing is you can actually see the bottom of these ones too, so works out much better. The first attempt I know I did, I think it was actually in this jar, because Mum gave me one of these jars to redo. She cleaned it out, took the wick off, all of that good stuff. The wax had actually gotten underneath the stickum somewhat, so like it was still holding on, but it was just because of the weight of the wax at that point, because half of it had gotten underneath because I hadn't stuck it down properly. So, you know, you learn. That was my very first one. Also, yes, I am getting a sore voice because this is the most I've talked in a long time. I haven't done YouTube videos in a long time. I do need to get back onto that. I'm so sorry for my absence. But it's been just stuff out of my control. My mental health, which is also kind of out of my control, which isn't a very good thing, but still. What can you do? I'm trying to heal. So this has been really great for that, actually. My advice, try to do something that gets you away, at the very least away from a screen. If you can. I know that's not feasible for everyone. And obviously, you know, we all have work. Most of us work in office jobs where we have to look at a screen. So, you know, it's not feasible to totally go offline. That's not a thing. But I've been trying to limit myself to not being online as much. I've also been reading again, which has been fantastic. And I've been writing again, which is even more fantastic. Because that's not something I've done in a good, like, 6 months to a year. I don't actually think I've written anything substantial in a long time. So it's good to be getting back into that side of my creativity. Alrighty. Yeah, it's time to pour loose. Alrighty. There we go. Gloves on again because I don't want to burn myself. And these are really cool as well because they've got little, do you know the non-sliding socks? They've got the little rubber sort of beads on them. I don't know if you can see it, but these have them too. So, and they're all over the glove as well. So that's really, really cool. Okay. Now for the pouring. Right, I'm going to try and do it without that thing first. And that was a very clean pour. Admittedly though, oh, it's not too low. I thought the candle was pretty low, but it's not too bad. Right, I can actually take these off. So, and then all I need to do and then that looks pretty even to me. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty even. So I'm actually going to quickly, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit left. That's what I was afraid of. And that is why I tend to now avoid pouring with this thing, because it gets on the side of it. Ah, damn it. Okay, up until that point, I think I did pretty good. So I know now what to do, which is really good. And the good thing is with these, because it is sort of a waxier kind of substance, it does come off easier with a bit of pressure. So I think that is a pretty good candle. I'm very disappointed that I stuffed it up right at the end. Shouldn't have gotten greedy with this. I really shouldn't have. That's my fault. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you all really enjoyed it. I wanted to do one of these. This was really relaxing. Although admittedly I had to sit down now because it's been an hour of me just standing up constantly. I've got to move this table back over there. So I will be back. If you guys want more of this kind of content, then then let me know. I really enjoy, like, either way, I enjoy doing this. So it's going to be something I do off stream. But yeah, if you guys want any more of these videos, please let me know. And I don't know, I'm wondering if I should start selling these or not. I'm not sure. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for any videos as well, please let me know. I'm looking for more games to play. There's that, was it Dinkum? That's like an Australian themed Animal Crossing, which looks really interesting. So I'll probably go and play that. I'm going to be doing more of the Quarry. I hope, fingers crossed, that the bugs of the PC version are basically all fixed, because that's what I'm playing it on, and I've been playing like my own save on my PlayStation. So there's that. There's Gotham Knights as well, which is coming out very, very soon. It's coming out next month, so I will be playing that for certain. I'll actually I will look to probably get the... Does it come out? I think it comes out on the... No, it's not the 30th. No, it can't be the 30th. I think it's the 28th. So I may actually look to take the 31st off, because that is a Monday. So yeah, I might do that. We'll see. That, or I'll look to take the Friday off. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if you guys have any other video suggestions, please let me know. I always look forward to seeing your suggestions. And I really hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. That really helps out the channel to grow. And I will be posting the end results of these over on my Twitter, so you should go and check it out. The link will be in the description below. So you can see that. You can also see my Twitch, which I'm probably not going to be going on anymore because of what's happening, unless they change their shit. I'm an adult, I can swear. So yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed it. It's been really fun doing this. I hope this has been very relaxing for you. I hope that you all have found something relaxing to do during like quarantine, the last 2 years of the world being turned upside down, which we're finally getting back to normal, thank goodness. But people getting their vaccinations, and if you're like me, still wearing a mask. So anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone. Bye.